What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with a review for Basketball Wives, Season 10, Episode number 6, I believe this is, you guys. Let me double check. Episode 6. Alright, you guys, so sorry for not doing last week's episode review of Basketball Wives. A lot of shit just came up. I had a lot of stuff that came at me at work, and I was trying to get caught up with that stuff. And I could just never find the time to get to this review. Because I actually what happened last week is I actually still have the review on my laptop. I recorded it. I recorded it. I don't even think I ever edited the video. But I definitely recorded Basketball Wives last week. When I was at my desk, because usually what I do is I record here in the car if I'm at work. Record here, go upstairs, edit at my computer, my personal computer, and then upload it while I'm working. But never got the time to do it yet last week. So also with that, you guys, I was dealing with the situation. I had applied for the apartment, got denied for the apartment, unfortunately. But I know why. And it's no fault of my own. It's because if you guys read my community tab, I put a post in the community tab about that last Tuesday or Wednesday. So they're still giving me the runaround. They don't want to flat out say what we know. Here's the funny thing. There's a lady that I'm dealing with. Her name is Jamie. I saw her today. She told me what the situation was. She told me basically what it was, and which I knew what it was. Like, don't try to play me. I know what the situation is. Like, what are we playing the game for? So the thing is, the previous accounts manager, he took the check and he cashed it. He pocketed the money, basically. So, now they're trying to say, well, we're trying to figure out where the money went to. You better figure it out and fast, because I really don't care, to be quite honest with you. But, yeah, you guys, that's it. So, if you guys are watching this video or any other video, and you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, then I'm going to need you guys to do me that solid favor. Stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know you can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and also by turning on those post notifications. And with that out of the way, you guys, without further ado, let us discuss Basketball Wives, shall we? All right, you guys, so this episode, we see British. So British is going down to Angel's store. As much as I talk about Angel's store, her fashions, I got to give Angel credit because she's doing a damn thing. And, she's doing stuff with a lot of big-name celebrities. Megan Thee Stallion, Lil Kim, just to name a few. So I can be shady towards her. I can say her clothes are not that attractive looking, but people are purchasing her stuff. So congratulations to her. So British wants to know, how is Angel feeling after the whole situation that happened at the food tasting last week that Brandy had. And Angel is just like, I just would love to know why my relationship is a topic of discussion, which is a good question. Why is her relationship a topic of discussion? Like, are any of y'all's relationships perfect? No. So but also with the discussion about her relationship. Sorry, guys, my watch. Siri came on here, and I tried to turn her off, and she turned the camera off. But Angel wants to know, why is her relationship a topic of discussion? And like I was saying, with Jackie went back and said things. She said what Duffy said, but it was the context in which she said it. I think Duffy, when she was saying, about Angel and Rockstar, I think Duffy was coming from a place of, that's our friend. I feel like she's going through some stuff right now. Let's be there to support her, and not in a sense of let's attack her relationship. I don't think that's where Duffy was coming from. So then, British is talking about how, with Jackie has been in her business with Lorenzo for the last 10 years. So then, they're talking about that, and Angel's like, well, she wanted me to be with my child's father, but that wasn't the case. So then they start talking about British and Lorenzo. And British says that with Lorenzo, if Lorenzo changes, she wouldn't mind getting back with Lorenzo. And I was like, okay. But when you look at Lorenzo, I'm like, I don't think Lorenzo is going to change anytime soon. Nigga's almost 40 and he still acts like he's a 20-year-old man. So yeah, I don't see it. I don't think Lorenzo's gonna change. And the fact is, you got a daughter. So do you want, nigga, when your daughter grow up, do you want a man to treat your daughter the way that you treat women? You would think he would, when he had his daughter, he would have revamped how he treats women. That's what I'm trying to say. So next up, you guys, we see Duffy. So she and Iman, they're talking, and you guys know Iman still wants Duffy to retire from DJing. So I think she's getting ready to go on tour with French, and she tells him, like, with this tour, she's really thinking about potentially leaving her DJing. I'm like, girl, you would be stupid if you do that. Like I keep saying, and I'm always say this. This goes to anybody, man or woman, but I always say this to women. Don't rely so heavily on a man to take care of you. If a man is asking you to, we're not doing that archaic shit where the woman stays at home and the man goes out and makes the money. Like I've said time and time again on this channel, you need to have your own source of income, because what if something, God forbid, something happens to that man? You need to have your own money so that way you can take care of you and your family. So I don't think Duffy should quit her DJing. I don't think she should. Maybe she could maybe cut back on the tours. Maybe do some local stuff. Maybe do clubs. Maybe do local concerts. But then again, here's the question. I got a big question for Duffy. And does she still live here in Dallas? Because I feel like a lot of these storylines are semi-fake, because most of these women don't even live in LA. They may have apartments and homes in LA, but they don't live in LA full time. I think the only person that I can tell you for a fact who lives in LA full time is Jackie and Doug. Malaysia lives in Atlanta when they're not filming. I don't know about Brandy and Duffy, but I know that Brandy and Duffy are Dallas girls. So what the fuck are y'all talking about? Like, so Duffy's talking about she might, look into some other stuff that she can do that'll still make her money. Exactly, do that. So then she talks about how, when she was at the food tasting, how, she heard that Rockstar was not happy with what she had said, and he was talking about he could air her out to the point that her nigga will leave her. And no, she talked about the drama with Jackie and Angel, and how Jackie went back and over exaggerated what was said. I mean, that's typical Jackie. That is Jackie Christie. The woman is extra as fuck. So you guys, let's pause here and move forward. So next up, you guys, we see Jackie, we see Jen, and Malaysia. So they are doing, I still don't know what you call that thing, where you're in those, or I don't even know if they're sheets, whatever, the spin where they're upside down and they spin and all that kind of stuff. I don't know what that's called, but we see them doing that. So Jackie is talking about the food tasting, and Jackie is still in her feelings about the fact that they called her out. Well, Jackie, you did go back and tell some shit, and I'm not gonna say Jackie put a spin on it. I'm just gonna say Jackie took it out of context, or the way she explained it. And I think a lot of times when it comes to, you repeating things that people say, it's always the context in which you say it, and it's always you have to listen to your intonation. Like, you have to listen to your tone when you say things, because somebody could be like, "Oh, bitch," she like people could, like, let's just take for instance I'm trying to think of a situation. Okay, let's just talk about this. It's like with Duffy was saying, hey, so I was talking to Angel, and she wasn't really that happy that Rock gave her that ring instead of an engagement ring. And Jackie be like, "Oh girl, let me tell you. So Duffy, she told me, bitch, that motherfucker Rockstar, when I was talking to Angel, she was like, that motherfucker gave me a fucking promise ring instead of an engagement ring. Like, what the fuck kind of shit is that? That's like, you have to think about how you say things when you say them, and especially when the person is not there to say, oh, that's not how I said it, and that's not the context in which I meant it. So you gotta be mindful of that kind of stuff. And Jackie's not. So Jackie tells the lady that she has a podcast. I had no idea that Jackie had a podcast. Will I listen to Jackie's podcast? Fuck no. So Jackie saying, with this group of ladies that they basically sweep shit under the rug. I'll agree with that. They do sweep things under the rug, and then once you can't sweep anymore, that's when shit gets out of hand and, chaos ensues. So she wants to get this podcast. She wants the ladies to come to her podcast so that they can just put everything out on the table. Now with the podcast, I don't know what they put. They put their relationships out on the table, not their grievances with one another. So you ladies are still sweeping your grievances under said rug. But okay, I'm gonna go with it for now. So next up, we see Jackie and Brandy. They're out shopping for some equipment for Jackie's podcast. And then that other girl who, again, I don't know who I know y'all tell me. I don't even know. Did somebody say Lance Stevenson? Is that her baby daddy? I don't know. The Naya and the Naya, I think it's Nia, right? Nia and now see, what is her name, you guys? Is it Noraya or is it Noria? Because Jackie said Noria, but I've heard people say Noraya. So I don't know what her name is. But that girl, Noraya, whatever her name is, she showed up. It's so interesting that they keep showing her and her sister. But once again, like I've said in the previous review, she and her sister are not in the opening credits. So y'all give them a lot of screen time, but y'all don't show them in the cast. They're not in the cast. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna have to turn my watch off because she keeps doing this to me. They're not in the cast photo because I can't say that for some odd reason. But those two girls are not in the cast photo. They're not in the opening credits. They're not anywhere to be seen. But you see them throughout the episodes. So Jackie's telling Brandy and the Noraya, whatever her name is, she's telling them that she's inviting all the ladies to her podcast. And she says she's inviting Malaysia. Why does she have to mention Malaysia's name? Brandy is like a dog with a bone at this point. And Brandy is going to irritate me and frustrate me. I can see that. I can see that Brandy is going to be a frustration for me. And Brandy has always been a frustration. But it was always a frustration when she was up Malaysia's ass. Now she's on Malaysia's ass. And it's annoying. Like, anytime you mention Malaysia's name, she has an issue. And it's like, oh my God, girl, what the fuck and why the fuck? So she says to Jackie and Noraya that her issue with not Brandy, but Malaysia is the fact that Malaysia brought Zelle to the thing that Duffy was putting on. I can't remember what, the meat market. And I was like, what the fuck? You didn't say that you had an issue when, oh my God. The person who had the issue was Jennifer. But it's like you piggybacked off of Jennifer having an issue. I was like, oh God. This is going to be a long season. Yeah, you guys, the more that I sit and think to myself, and I told myself, I said last week's review was actually pretty decent because I'm not even complaining right now. I didn't even complain up until this Brandy situation. But I don't, with Brandy, she's irritating. Very, very irritating. It's like you're finding the most minute thing to have an issue with Malaysia with. Is Malaysia unlikable? To some of you guys, yes. To me, I don't know. I don't have an issue with Malaysia. I really don't. I know a lot of you guys don't care for Malaysia, and you guys have your reasons for not like. I know why you guys don't care for Malaysia. I do know why, but I don't have the issue with Malaysia because I didn't watch those last few seasons, because I know you guys did not like Malaysia because Malaysia was up Shawnee and Evelyn's ass, and I understand that full well why you guys feel that way, because that's not the Malaysia that we got when Basketball Wives LA first started. Malaysia was not a follower. Malaysia was her own person. She did what she wanted to do. And I know you guys, I still don't understand how she became friends with Shawnee and Evelyn when those two women said you ain't had no damn substance. That still makes no sense to me. A woman tells you ain't got no substance, you gonna go and be cool with her? Bitch, I wish I would. So you guys, let's pause here and move forward, I guess. So next up, we see Angel. So Angel tells us she is taking a break from the girls. I would hope so, because you look like you're damn near about ready to pop at this point. So she's with her son, who's getting ready to go to high school, and she's telling him how she wants to put some of the baby's things in his room. He was like, okay, the baby's gonna sleep in here? She was like, no, we're just gonna put the things in here, but we want to move you to the guest room. He said, no. Then she's like, okay, well, how about we move you to the guest house? That guest house was nice. I would have said, shit, put me in here. But he said no to that too. But he also says to Angel that he doesn't want, when this baby's born, he wants her to still prioritize him as well as prioritizing the baby and his sister. And that she broke down and she started crying. I know that had to hurt to hear your son say, I know that had to hurt for her to hear that from her son. But I hope it helped her. I really do. I hope it helped her. So then we see Duffy. So Duffy shows up to Jackie's podcast. So Jackie's asking Duffy how she's feeling after the food tasting. So Duffy says that things were confusing at the food tasting, about the fact that, Angel was mad. Rockstar said what he said. And you guys know how I felt about Rockstar. I think Rockstar is a little bitch. And I'm going to continue to say that Rockstar is a bitch. So Jackie says that she talked to Angel and she apologized to Angel. So then all the other ladies start to show up. And the last one to show up was Malaysia. When Malaysia showed up last, who had an issue? Brandy had an issue. Oh my God, Malaysia, you're late. This isn't all about you, Malaysia. But Brandy, you're making this moment about you. And your issues with Malaysia. Okay, the girl was late. What they got to do with you? You were on time. I don't get why. I just don't get it. If you guys understand why she was so upset about her being late, let me know in the comment section, because it did make a whole hell of a lot of sense to me. I was just like, girl, what the fuck they got to do with you? You just want to have an issue. So then we get all the ladies. They get up one by one and they're talking about their relationship with their men. So Malaysia talked about her relationship with Gennaro. He went from being a basketball player to a coach, and she says that she was his punching bag. Damn, that's fucked up. I feel bad for her. I do feel bad for her. Brandy got up and talked about her life with Jason, and I still just for the life of me don't understand why she stayed. I know she says that man was there for her with her cancer and everything, but he also publicly humiliated you. Not once. I mean, hell, do y'all remember when they were on Fix My... Oh my God. When they were on y'all's Fix My Life. When they were on Fix My Life, I thought she would have been done after that, because that was embarrassing. I watched that episode of Fix My Life and I was like, oh my God, this is the most embarrassing shit I've ever saw in my life. I really felt bad. And as much as I don't care for Brandy, I felt bad for Brandy watching that episode of Fix My Life. And it showed what an asshole Jason is. Jason is, I mean, you can say that Jason's a good guy. He was there for you. But that Fix My Life for me, it made me look at, I never really looked at Jason in a high regard, but shit, it went even lower than what it was before. So then the random girl got up. I don't know if that was Nia, Naraya, Naria. I don't know who that was. It was one of those two. She got up. She wasn't even a girl. Was she a girlfriend? Well, technically, I think she said she a baby mama. Okay. Bye, girl. Go on. So British got up. She talked about she and Lorenzo. They met when she was in college. She's traveled the world with Lorenzo, being a professional basketball player overseas. She said, once he retired, she's like, well, you like to train people, so she pushed him to do that. But then he wanted to fuck his clients. So she said she left him, thinking that would make him realize, what a good thing he had. She says he was her best friend. He was there for her with the death of her father. And they've just been through a lot together. And that's really it for them. So, you guys, let's pause here and wrap up this episode. Angel, she talked to her kids, and she told her son he can keep his room. When the baby's born, the baby will sleep with she and Rock. Then we see Brandy and British. They talk about the podcast, and they talk about how they feel like it brought them together. I was like, really? It brought you and Malaysia closer together? Because you were pissed that Malaysia was late. But okay, Brandy, if that's what you want to say, go for it. So Brandy tells British that she believes that she still loves Lorenzo and she misses him. She says, when she left Lorenzo, it wasn't a thing of me leaving for good. It was a thing of me leaving to show you that I will leave and for him to appreciate what he had. But he didn't. Brandy says that she didn't leave Jason because Jason, and you gotta remember the story. She told it on season 3 of Basketball Wives when Jason told her to watch the game that he had shaved his head when she was going through her bout with cancer. That was sweet, but again, the man has cheated on you countless amount of times. But again, that ain't got nothing to do with me. So if she likes it, I love it. So then the last two scenes, we saw British. British was talking to Lorenzo on the phone. Now, I was on British side 100%. So Lorenzo got a new girlfriend. This girlfriend decided to take a picture with their daughter and post it on social media. I don't know if Lorenzo don't see what's wrong with that, but that is fucked up. She had met this woman. This woman is around her child and taking a picture of my baby and posting it to social media. Girl, don't do that. Because you liable to get your ass whooped playing with me at this point. And Lorenzo just sitting there just think it's funny. I was with British for going off on his ass. And then the last thing, you guys, was with Brandy. So Brandy was supposed to be doing her interview for Basketball Wives. And she called the producer to tell the producer that her doctor told her to go to the hospital. They think that maybe she may have cancer. I'm going to hope and pray, because despite how I feel about Brandy, I'm going to hope and pray that her cancer does not come back, because cancer is a bitch. So that's it, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Leave your comments in the comment section below and subscribe to the channel. Please turn on your notifications. Share the video, you guys. And until the next time, stay safe. Take care of yourselves, you guys. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. Socially distance. Be blessed. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.